Murakoze Chane. So let us start this peace conference with the peace. And as ambassador, we are creating more ambassadors of peace and conflict resolution. So it is a matter of tremendous happiness for me being an ambassador. I'm seeing the production, the creation, the preparation, the education of many other ambassadors, young ambassadors with more energy, with more dynamism, with more focus, with more energy and knowledge. And they will be spreading the message of peace, the message of prosperity and conflict resolution. I would like to congratulate the President of the Pan-African Association, Mr. Abdul Hai, who is sitting with us. And this is his great initiative that he has started covering the whole African continent, and their focus is on peace and conflict resolution, because prosperity needs peace. When there is no peace, how there can be prosperity? So all of us, we need happiness, we need development, we need a lot of money, we need a lot of luxuries, we need a lot of necessities and needs of our lives. And how it is possible if there is no peace? The excellent example of peace, that is Rwanda itself. You are sitting in this beautiful country, Rwanda, and just imagine the Rwanda of 1994 and the Rwanda of 2024. These 30 years should be the topic of research by your organization, that how Rwanda moved from genocide today to a country which is known in Pakistan as the Singapore of Africa. How it happened and why it happened. So this will be a case study, a research study for your organization, that Rwanda proved because of the leadership. The leadership prepared people, young people, the team, the ministers, the cabinets, the directors, the director generals in different government departments, and different CBOs, community-based organizations, in different private sector. And today, Rwanda is teaching others, and Rwanda is training others in governance and enabling other countries how they can run their governments and how they can practice governance and good governance. Because without governance, without leadership, peace is not possible. So one of the theme of your organization should be producing leaders. Leadership should be one of your priority area, that if you have great leaders, like President Paul Kagame, one leader can bring such a huge change, and he is now being studied as a leadership model in different countries. Why not we produce more and more leaders, so that the leaders can bring change, and prosperity and peace? So my suggestion will be to focus on leadership. The young people, they should be leaders, they should be bold, brave, they should be creative, they should have critical thinking. And as the Honorable Vice Chancellor, he spoke so well and he explained the topic in such a beautiful way, that for the peace, we need critical thinking, we need creativity. And when the people, they are critical thinkers and they have creativity, they have innovation, they have imagination, then these people, they will give peace and prosperity. Now, what is peace? Now, the Vice Chancellor recently defined, and I would like to have a little interactive session with the people who are sitting here. Anyone in this hall can define peace? What is peace? We are talking about peace today. What is the definition of peace? And you recently heard it. He defined it in a very comprehensive way. Anybody can raise the hand and say, I can define peace? Huh? Any volunteer? Let us do meaningful things. We are talking. Yes, please. What is peace?
I think peace especially to me, like having an access for to have security and food services and different like good environment, education, right of health and education and those things.
Okay, so, very good. Security, services, education, good environment, all these things define peace. Any other definition? What the Vice Chancellor said in his speech, how he defined peace. So here you see in this title, the absence of conflict is peace. The antonym of peace or the opposite of peace, that is conflict. When there is no conflict, so there will be peace. So for bringing peace, we have to resolve the conflicts. Now how do we resolve conflicts? Are there some students of political science or international relations sitting here? I will also request you please that focus on the students of political science, international relations, sociology, psychology, these departments, because they are very much relevant to your theme of conflict resolution. So, in the international relations, we have three ways to resolve a conflict. Number one is diplomacy, negotiations, table talks, parley. We talk to people. If there are problems, there are conflicts, there are points of differences, the world is not a bed of roses. Everything is not all right. What is going on in Africa, what is going on in Asia, what is going on in Russia, in Ukraine, what is going on in Palestine, what is going on in symmetrical war, we have guerrilla war, we have traditional war, we have modern war, we have fifth generation war, we have first generation war. War, we have to study why the people go for war. Because diplomacy fails. When two countries, they are on war, you know which ministry announces the war? That we are at war. Which is the ministry of a country that they announce war, they declare war? Who? Which ministry of a country declares war? Defense? Any other option? Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Ministry of Foreign Affairs declares war. Why? Because Ministry of Foreign Affairs is the custodian of diplomacy. And the Minister of Foreign Affairs declares that diplomacy failed, that's why we are going for war. It is not Ministry of Defense. It is Ministry of Foreign Affairs, External Affairs. Why? Because war is the last resolution. When the conflict resolution does not work, when diplomacy doesn't work, when law doesn't work, so the only way remains the compulsion, the obligation, that is war. So to avoid war, Pan-African organization and you people, you should play your role so that we are not compelled, we are not forced to go for the war. Because war is not something good, but war is a reality. In international relations, we have two very famous theories, realism, new realism, liberalism and new liberalism, or idealism. Idealism says that human nature is very good. We should believe in the human nature. Humans are very good, they are very nice people. We talk to each other, we cooperate with each other. International organizations should work. There should be peace and prosperity in the world. This is called idealism. Now this idealism or liberalism failed after the First World War. At the result of the First World War, we had League of Nations. And despite the existence of the League of Nations, there was the Second World War. So idealism failed. But after the Second World War, again idealism emerged, and we have the United Nations. Whether the United Nations is doing well or bad, that is another debate. But one of the credit which goes to the United Nations, that so far we do not have the Third World War. This is because of the United Nations. Now, realism tells us, be ready for the war. it is not necessary that you go for the war, but you must have deterrence. Like Pakistan today is a nuclear powered country. We have nuclear power. We do not use the nuclear power, but the nuclear power for us, it is deterrence. It deters, it stops. Any enemy of Pakistan cannot attack on Pakistan because they know that this country has nuclear power. Now, it doesn't mean that every country should have nuclear power, but this is an example that when you are strong, according to realism, there will be no war. And when you are weak, so there will be war. So to avoid war, you have to build your strength. You must be strong so that your enemy never thinks to attack on you because they know your potential, they know your power, that you are powerful. This is why countries of the world, they are building their power. That power can be hard power or that power can be soft power. Like Rwanda, it has soft power. People think about Rwanda to be a great country for investment. When I came here as an ambassador 1 year back, our bilateral trade was $34 million. And today it is $85 million after 1 year. Why? Because I presented Rwanda in Pakistan as a country where you can do investment because there is peace, you are safe, you can go around anywhere, and there is transparency, there is no corruption. You can go to any government organization, you can go to RDB, you can talk to them, you can register your company, there is an ease of doing business. Why not you come and invest? So that's why we started doing business here. And every second leaf of the tea of Rwanda goes to Pakistan. We are importing more than 50% of your tea. It goes to Pakistan because we do not have our own tea. And you are eating Pakistani rice. So we take your tea because we don't have tea. And you may not have so much rice. So rice and tea, combining the two nations, why? Because there is a peace and security here. Now, let me tell you one more point in your notice. Please understand it, that peace starts from individual. If individuals are not at peace, if I have some mental problems, if I have anxiety, if I have depression, if I have stress, if I am not happy, if I have some problems with the nature or with the people or with my family or with my society, I will not be productive. I cannot be a big leader. I cannot contribute. I cannot produce. So you people should also work on individual peace, because all the problems in the world are mostly caused by those people, those who do not have individual peace. So we have to consider spirituality, or we have to consider psychology and philosophy also to study so that every individual is at peace. Because when you are holistically healthy, you have mental health, you have physical health, you have emotional health, and you have spiritual health, then you will be a sound personality. And when you are at peace with yourself, and you love yourself, and you like yourself, then you will love the world, you will love the country, you will love the nature, you will love other people, and then there will be more and more peace and prosperity. So it is not only the war, or it is not only the conflict, or it is not only the political dimension, but also the psychological dimension of peace that we must consider, that peace is important in our minds also. So your ambassadors, they should also work on individual peace, because if individual has problems, then the same individual creates problems for others. But if this individual has no problems, then every other person will be at peace. So we have to work on individuals, on every individual, to guide them, to mentor them, to do their life coaching, their motivation, their inspiration. They are inspired, they are motivated, they are energized, they have brightness on their face, they are ambitious, want to accomplish their life goals, and when they will be busy productively, they will not go for terrorism, they will not go for conflicts, they will not go for war, they will be not going for fighting. One of the most famous wisdom that I learned, that don't fight with a person who has nothing to lose. The people who have nothing to lose, they are the worst people because they are ready for any conflict. They are thieves, they are robbers, they steal, they take risks because they have nothing to lose. They have no honor, they have no wealth, they have no money, they have no prestige, they have no family, they have no one waiting for them. And the same people, they become victims by terrorists, they become victims by the people who are, those criminals, the criminals groups, because they know that this person is ready even to die, even to kill himself for some other thing, for money. So we have to take care of the people so that these people, they have peace of mind and they do not make problems. The last point that I would like to highlight, please do a research on Abraham Maslow on hierarchy of needs. In the hierarchy of needs of Abraham Maslow, he identifies security as an important basic need of humans. When you feel secure, after your physiological needs, your food and your drink and your other body needs, self-actualization. So all these intellectual, academic, and philosophical, psychological topics should also be under your study. So I'm thankful for your patient listening, and already I have announced that we will be having 20 internship, professional internship programs for East Africa University for the young people. We will train them in Pakistan High Commission. And there are some Pakistani Rwandans, they are doing their PhD and their scholarships in Pakistan. We will be announcing more and more scholarships also. We will try to build educational linkages with your university. We will share our research with you. We will also learn from you. And this way, Rwanda and Pakistan will come together, and other African countries also, because Asia and Africa, we understand each other. We have similar challenges, and we have similar problems, and we have similar cultures. So when an Asian and an African sit together, they feel at home. We don't feel like distance or we don't have anything. So let us bring Pan-Africa and Pan-Asia and then Asia and Africa together so we can grow together, South-South cooperation, we understand each other, we feel each other, and that's why we will be going more and more towards prosperity and peace. Thank you very much. Muratoje Tane.
Please, guys, give him a round of applause. Without further ado, we are going to move on by introducing our president and the founder of OPPRC, of this organization, sorry. The founder, Dr. Abdullah Falati. The floor is yours.
Amakuru, Mezeshani, Excellencies, Ambassador of Pakistan, Excellencies, the representative of Ambassador of China, my best Vice Chancellor of Eastern Africa University, dear member of juries, my best candidate of the big prize of peace in Rwanda, distinguished delegates from different NGO, local and international, participants, welcome to the final competition of the big prize of peace in Rwanda. We initiate this project for the interest of the youth in Africa. This project has been held in many countries in Africa, and this is the first edition in Rwanda. Because Rwanda is the best model of the reconciliation, is the best model of peace, is the best model even for politics. And thank you for everything to the Rwandese and to the government of Rwanda. My youth, this continent counts on you. You are the hope of this continent. You are the future of this continent. You are the prosperity for this continent. Let's put hand hand to work together to deliver good work and to bring the peace for all the continent and for all Africa. The history is your history. It's my history. It's everyone's history. It's the collective responsibilities for everyone. As the ambassador of ambassador of Pakistan said, you have to start the peace individually before to have the collective peace. And when I spoke with him a couple of days ago, and he mentioned, and I quote, Asia and Africa must be united. Because we have one future, one vision, and one direction. Let's be working together to deliver good services for everyone. We all deserve the opportunities to rebuild our continent, to rebuild our future, rebuild our history as well. Look at the history of Rwanda today. Everywhere you go in Rwanda, there is peace, there is security, there is development. And sometimes I'm jealous of Rwanda. Why my country is not developed like Rwanda? Why the other country is not developed like Rwanda? I've been to 26 countries in Africa, but I didn't see the best country in the continent of Africa like Rwanda. Sometimes I will say to many of my conferences, why if we invited some government to come and do internship in Rwanda? Because they can copy the example of Rwanda in their countries. Look at today. You come to Rwanda without a visa. You come to Rwanda without any fees to paying at the airport. And this is really an honor for all the African continent. As the youngest students, let me advise you. Whatever is going between your brain about the conflict, about the hatred, about any other issues, put it from the side. Let's focus ourselves for the future of Africa. Because Africa, the future of Africa is in our hand. Let's make it together. Let's rebuild the new generation, the generation of technology, the generation of development, the generation even for the creativity. We need to create, to initiate. Don't focus on the government. Like for example, you will say, I'm graduated from the university. I have to work for the government. This is wrong. This is absolutely wrong. You have to be initiative, create and do something for you and for your next generation that will be more helpful. Il y a de belles pages à écrire dans l'histoire. Et nous sommes tous concernés pour construire une nouvelle génération dans le continent africain. Cette génération, pas seulement les générations d'Internet, de TikTok, mais ils seront des générations de nouvelles technologies. La génération qui sont l'audace de faire le développement de l'Afrique. As our President, Excellency Paul Kagame, is my best model for all the African presidents. I was following him from years ago, generation, and I was saying, I have to go to university, have my higher qualification, and change the image of the African youth. And this is his project as well. Let's have a big clap for our President, Paul Kagame. And our President said, and I will quote, we made 3 choices. I is staying together, 1 is staying together, 2, being accountable, 3, thinking big. You have to thinking big, don't think small. We are clever there enough Africans. We are rich. We have lots of resources. We have everything we do, we need it, we have it in Africa. Most of countries has been developed in Europe. They are developed through our resources in Africa. And you know about this. So let's be together to resolve the problem of the resources, and let's put our hands to do more development for African continent. I would like to thank the Vice Chancellor of the University, Eastern African University. It inspired me. He was surprising me for lots of things. And I choose him as the best Vice Chancellor for 2024. And I'm going to give him a medal about this, Vice Chancellor.
Please clap for him.
The second person that I have much respect for him, His Excellencies, but I will call him my brother and my friend, the Ambassador of Pakistan. Can I please continue? And the last and not least, I would like to thank my best friends from the members of juries and correctors. I have much respect for you, and I have consideration for you, and thank you for your help, and thank you for everything you did for the Pan-African Organization for Peace and Conflict Resolution. This is an honor for us. I really appreciate all your help, all your time, your kindness, your respect, and your love through a peace for African and for Rwanda's continent. Thank you very much. And I would like to thank also my ambassador of peace. They are so clever student I ever seen in my own career for 10 years career. Applaud for them, please.